So let's go now with interaction in 3D. So 3D view, view header, perspective and orthographic view, camera view, object transformation. So most of the object modeling and scene creation is performed in the 3D view. So Blender provides a wide array of tools and options to support you working with your mouse, keyboard, and keypad efficiently. So you can create a world that exists in 4 dimensions using Blender. So left, right, or the x-axis, forward, backward, or the y-axis, up, down, or the z-axis. So time sensitive through animated objects, material, and motions captured in frames. So but the problem is that you only have to deal with a 2-dimensional computer screen. So the mouse can only move left, right, and up, down, and literally you cannot reach out into the screen and grab an object and move it somewhere else. Instead, you have to communicate and tell Blender to do it for you. Then, so in Blender 3D View window comprises of workspace, buttons, and a header. So the header the header is displayed at the bottom or top of the workspace and can be hidden if needed. The headers show a menu and the current mode. So when it comes to 3D, so this is look of 3D view in Blender. So this is a user perspective view. So when you notice that the height will be the z-axis, the y-axis will be the forward and backward, and then left, right, going left and then going to right for the x-axis. So in this header, this will be the type editor and then different and so on and so forth parts. So in the menu, so view menu, it comprises of different tools for viewing objects. Then select menu comprises of tools for selecting objects. Then object menu appears during object mode. It changes to the appropriate menu to the editing tool during edit mode. Then perspective and orthographic view. So to be able to work in the 3-dimensional space, you need to change the viewpoints as well as the viewing direction of the scene. Most of other windows have similar functions, like for example, it is possible to translate and zoom a button's window and its panels. So perspective, so this is a perspective. Perspective view is geometrically constructed by taking a scene in 3D and placing an observer at point 0 object which are far away are smaller than those nearby. Then but the orthographic view, you have a viewing direction but not a viewing point 0. So all objects appear as the same scale on that figure or on this figure. So it will appear as the same scale. But the perspective view objects which are far away are smaller than those nearby. So our eyes use perspective viewing because objects in the distance appear smaller. In orthographic projection, objects stay the same size regardless of their distance. In Blender, to change the projection of a 3D view, just click view, then orthographic, or click view and then pick the perspective. So for viewing or changing viewing from orthographic to perspective or perspective to orthographic, just click the view and then pick the orthographic or perspective view. So or use the numpad 5 to toggle the two modes. So you click the numpad 5 to change the view. For example, if you toggle the numpad 5, it will change to orthographic view, and then vice versa. So changing the projection does not affect the way the scene will be rendered. So camera view can use to visually compose shots and preview how the scene will look when rendered. So pressing numpad 0 will show the scene as viewed from the currently active camera. So in this view, you can also set the render border, which defines the portion of the camera view to be rendered. So in this slide is explanation by itself. So transformation refers to a number of action that can be performed on a selected object or mesh that alters its position or characteristics. So that will be the transformation. So obviously, basic transformation included grabbing or moving, so rotating and scaling. So that three is the basic transformation: the moving, rotating, or scaling. Then more advanced transformation included mirroring, and giving the selection sphere like qualities, share, push, pulling, and warping. So again, the basic transformation includes are the grab or move to move a selection. So the three are the basic transformation in 3D transformation. So grab, move, rotate for rotation for clockwise or counterclockwise, rotate upward, rotate downward, then scale, changing the size of a selection. So example, you're going to change the width, that will be the scale. That will be under of scale transformation if you change the width or the height of that object. So these are the advanced transformations. Mirror is just like a reverse mirror. The object will be reversed to sphere to make the selection more spherical shape. Shear to trim the selection shading. So just read this slide and then read the definition of this every transformation, and also this one. So in addition to the particular controls mentioned or displayed above, there are a number of general controls that can be used to modify the effects of the listed transformations. So this includes using keyboard input for precise control, resetting transformation, and axis locking. So that's the process to, or other process or additional process to obtain that different transformations. Okay, that's all for the transformations.